Hi, it's Edward, back with another video. Please take a moment to click the thumbs up button below and consider subscribing to the channel. Thank you for your support. Today, I read an article on Yahoo Finance written by Brian Sazi titled, "People are having trouble paying off their credit cards, and these two department stores could be in trouble." I'll include a link to the article in the description below. I encourage you to read the full article to support the author and news source. As a private American citizen, I'd like to report and share my transformative thoughts through commentary regarding small sections of this article that are of public interest. According to the article, credit card sales made up about 87% of operating profits at high-end department store Nordstrom in 2022, according to experts. In 2021, that number was 79%. Meanwhile, credit card sales generated the majority of operating profits for Kohl's in 2022, pros estimate it. In my opinion, it is absolutely crazy how many everyday American people are using credit cards at these high-end department stores and continuing to carry these credit card balances from month to month. The Federal Reserve has hiked their Fed funds rate 11 times. We are seeing sky-high interest rates being charged on credit card debt, yet consumers continue to spend and rack up this debt. Now, I understand there are some everyday Americans who need to be able to purchase clothes for their children, and they have no other choice but to use a credit card in order to provide clothing for their children. I just wish they wouldn't spend this type of money at high-end department stores. They would be better served going to some type of discount retailer in that type of situation. I suspect there are a lot of everyday Americans who simply enjoy shopping at these high-end retailers. Some individuals use retail therapy to just feel better. Some people get a temporary high from going to a high-end department store and purchasing some new articles of clothing. Unfortunately, that high is temporary. Once that high fades, the credit card debt remains. Imagine how much better off some individuals would be if they avoided these high-end department stores and didn't rack up all of this credit card debt. Some individuals would be better served just purchasing clothes that are durable, that don't go out of style quickly. I personally don't care about name brand clothes from high-end retailers. I prefer to purchase inexpensive clothes that are durable and wrinkle-free, that don't go out of style. All of these white shirts that I wear in my videos, I purchase from Amazon. I love these shirts because they're lightweight and they're wrinkle-free, and they really don't go out of style. I've included an Amazon affiliate link to these shirts in the description below. As an Amazon associate, I earn from qualifying purchases. If you don't wear dress shirts like this, consider picking one up for someone you love. The holiday season is just around the corner. One thing that some people do not consider is it's not just the initial purchase price for all of these clothes that are being bought at these high-end retailers. For individuals who are carrying credit card debt in order to purchase these high-end clothes, they have to take into consideration how much money they're throwing away in interest on top of whatever they spent for these clothes. I think there are some people who have been far too impacted by commercials, movies, social media, etc. Some people feel as though they have to have name brand clothes in order to be accepted within their peer groups. That is simply not the case. Let me share with you a story from many, many years ago. Back when I was in college, I had a friend named Cody. This individual had 2 pairs of jeans. They were not name brand jeans. He also had a closet full of pocket t-shirts in a variety of different colors. Every day he would wear his jeans and a different color pocket t-shirt. He didn't care about name brand clothes. He didn't really care about his style. He didn't waste all of his free time at the mall looking for bargains on clothes to impress people. He spent his free time eating healthy and going to the gym and working out. He had a great physique. He had big muscles. And because these pocket t-shirts were tight, they really showed off his muscular frame. Back in college, there were a lot of beautiful women that lusted after him. because he was such a good-looking guy and he had such a masculine frame. Those women didn't care that he wore jeans and pocket t-shirts every day. According to this article, the heavy hand of the Federal Reserve may pound the financials of big department stores, Nordstrom and Kohl's, this holiday shopping season. The article goes on to indicate cash-strapped consumers enduring almost 25% annual percentage interest rate on the Macy's card haven't been able to pay off their bills. Macy's has opted to write off those balances and could keep doing so in the quarters ahead. That doesn't sound like a good situation for Macy's right now. Think about this for a moment. Right now, the economy is chugging along okay. What happens if we start to see more problems in the economy in the future? They may have to write off a lot more bad credit card debt at some point. What happens when student loan payments resume? Some individuals will have to choose between making their credit card payments and making their student loan payments. This article goes on to indicate Nordstrom echoed Macy's on its earnings call too. We have seen delinquencies rising gradually, and they are now above pre-pandemic levels, which could result in higher credit losses in the second half and into 2024, Nordstrom CFO Kathy Smith said. Just like Nordstrom, it sounds as though Macy's is also struggling with regard to credit card delinquencies. Many of these high-end retailers have been living high on the hog for many, many years, being able to charge consumers high levels of interest for their credit card debt. Now, some of these high-end retailers may finally face the music. In my opinion, this story really shows how cash-strapped some everyday Americans are. This isn't good news for the American economy, especially since 70% of GDP here in the United States of America is made up of consumer spending. Many everyday Americans are tapped out financially to the point where it is starting to impact some of these high-end retailers. Unfortunately, many individuals are relying more heavily on credit cards to purchase everything that they need and want in their life. This may be why we now have over $1 trillion in credit card debt here in the United States of America. This is the first time ever that we have seen over $1 trillion in credit card debt in this country. That is completely staggering from my perspective. To me, it is just crazy how some consumers can rack up so much credit card debt purchasing these overpriced clothes at some high-end retailers. I have been to Nordstrom, and their prices are very high. Sure, some of their clothes are very nice. I'm not trying to discourage anyone from shopping there. I simply don't shop there. It blows my mind that some people are willing to pay some of these high prices for clothes. I've also been to Nordstrom Rack. Even though these prices are less than what you would find at Nordstrom, the prices are still very, very high. The last time I walked through the parking lot outside of a Nordstrom, it felt like I was walking through a car show. There were so many G-Wagons, Bentleys, BMW 7 Series, etc. I couldn't believe it. I wonder how many of the individuals who shop at these high-end retailers and drive these expensive luxury vehicles have large car payments on them, in addition to credit card debt from their consumer credit cards that they may have gotten from some of these high-end retailers. What's disturbing to me is a lot of these high-end retailers are buying clothing in bulk, and they're importing these clothes from other countries where these clothes are manufactured for pennies on the dollar when compared to what these stores are selling them for. I understand some people like to look nice, but many people don't realize that these clothes are worth very little on the secondary market. What are you going to do with your used clothes after you are done with them? You can donate them to somewhere like Goodwill. You could try to sell them at a garage sale. You could try to sell them at a store like Plato's Closet, but good luck, because they rarely buy clothes unless they are perfect, and they still give you pennies on the dollar in most cases. As I said earlier, I like to buy my white dress shirts from Amazon, but I like to purchase my dress pants from Walmart online. I like to buy the George flat front, wrinkle-free dress pants. They're inexpensive. I can get a few years out of them. They're comfortable, they're durable, and they really look good with these white dress shirts. I really like buying my shirts from Amazon and my dress pants from Walmart because they're wrinkle-free. I don't have to worry about taking them to the dry cleaner because who has the time in life to do that? And who wants to pay the money to those dry cleaners to be able to launder and press clothes that are not wrinkle-free? To me, I have no interest in wasting money on high-end clothes. I have the money to be able to go out and purchase nice clothes at a high-end retailer, but I don't want to do that. To me, I would rather have my money invested in assets that provide a financial return. To me, I like seeing my net worth increase month after month after month. Just today, I went shopping at Goodwill and I purchased several ties. Now understand, I don't purchase ties that have been worn by sweaty men. I purchase ties from Goodwill that have been donated by department stores. You can often find brand new ties at Goodwill that department stores have donated. Some of these might have been last year's ties that they no longer want to have in the store. Some of these may have been overstock. I'm not really sure why they get these, but the ties, they still have the department store black plastic clip on the top, and some of these are really nice ties. This is Jeffrey Bean tie. Guess how much I paid for it? $1.99. I'll show you several ties that I purchased just today. Here's an ING tie. This is a very nice Joseph A. Banks tie. This is a very nice Jeffrey Bean tie. Here is a Murano tie. John Ashford tie. These ties have never been worn by any men. They're in great shape. They don't have any flaws that I could see. All I need to do is cut off the Goodwill tag, hang them up in the closet, and I can get many years out of these ties. I have no interest in going to a department store and spending $30, $40, $50, $60 on a tie. There are some high-end retailers where people will spend hundreds of dollars on ties. I actually own some ties that I purchased from Goodwill that cost over $500 a piece brand new. I would never waste this type of money on ties. It is too easy to spill some of your soup on a tie or to eat something that might have some type of sauce and drip onto your tie. To me, that would make me sick to be wearing a $500 tie that I would ruin by dripping something on it. In reflecting on the article that I referenced today, if these department stores are feeling the financial pain from credit card use slowing, what is going to happen once our economy begins to slow down? Many everyday Americans are already struggling. Many are having a hard time paying for their overpriced rent. Many are having a hard time continuing to pay their car payments. Many are having a very difficult time being able to afford groceries at the store. Some individuals right now may not be able to continue making payments on their credit cards, especially since the level of interest is so high. I suspect these high-end retailers could potentially feel more pain in the near future. What do you think about all this? Are you surprised that some high-end retailers are having to write off some consumer credit card debt? Do you think this will accelerate moving forward? Do you shop at high-end retailers, or do you prefer to shop more frugally? Let me know in the comments section below. If you enjoyed this video, consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet subscribed, please consider doing so. I want to thank everyone who has taken the time to subscribe to this channel. I appreciate all of your support. I want to extend a special thanks to all of my channel members. Thank you for your support as well. Stay healthy and wealthy. I'll see everyone in the next video.